Hello, everyone. My name is Denise Webster. I am from Santa Clara, Utah. I'm a diamond and with Boyd Truman and the Truman team. And what I wanted to share with you today was a concept that I learned years ago about the thinking process and how the brain actually works, but being able to actually see it visually instead of hearing all of the things. And so this has become a real crucial piece to my life. As you will see, I see things in stickman figures now to understand what's going on in my life. And so I've entitled this webinar, How to Become Who You Are Meant to Become by Overcoming Barriers to Significant Life Changes. And so we're going to kind of go through how to push through some barriers, how to understand the thinking process so we can actually become who we are meant to become. If I can get my slide to change, we can do that. Yes, there we go. So what does your mind look like? How can you change something if you don't know what it looks like right now? So this is the mind model that we're going to be using and working with. So the reason why that we're doing it this way is kind of just like if I give you a math problem, 456,983 plus 282,444, and I asked you to add that up, most of you would probably, if you put it on a piece of paper and could see it, would probably be able to add it much faster than doing that in your head. And so the same thing kind of goes for our life problems. When we can get something to see symbols and things like that, sometimes it makes more sense. So probably a lot of you have read a lot of books, you've gone to a lot of seminars, there's a lot of verbiage talking about law of attraction, talking about affirmations and all of these things that we're learning about. So how do we bring this into where we can understand that so that you can see it, so that then you can go, okay, I can do that. Now I know exactly what's going on. I know where I'm at in the thinking process, and I know how to push through. So your mind is not your brain. Your mind is actually moving thought and energy through you through three primary components of you. So this is our mind model. We have a conscious mind, we have a subconscious mind, and we have a filter that separates the two. And then we have a body. So the conscious mind, the subconscious, and the body are three parts that are moving through us. So the conscious mind is where we have awareness. This is where we're aware of what's going on around us. We're aware of the, things we're hearing, things we're seeing. This is just obviously what it says. We become aware. The second thing the conscious mind does is it adds meaning to something. Everything that you see, you assign a positive or a negative to. So let me give you an example of that. A bill comes in the mail. A bill is just a piece of paper. It's neither a positive or a negative. It's just a piece of paper with some numbers on it. It is what it is. So when you pick up this bill, you have a choice to add a positive or a negative to it. So do you pick up your bill and do you think, oh man, I am so grateful for electricity. I am so grateful that for this little bit of money that I get to pay, that I can walk over to a switch on my wall, flip the switch, and have all of my lights on, or run my computers, or run my entire home? Or do you pick that piece of paper up and do you think, it's another bill, and it's just that all they do is they want my money, and they're taking my money, and they're ripping me off? So with your conscious mind, you're assigning a positive or a negative to what's going on in your life. And this has to do with your business as well. The things that we're taking in and the things that we're thinking, are we assigning a positive or a negative to that? And I bring this up because this picture right here, I see a positive and a negative sign a lot in my head now. When something happens and then I think, am I going to choose to make this a positive, or am I going to choose to make this a negative? So you get to choose the meaning that you want. And it could be a comment somebody's made or just a situation that you've had. So the next thing the conscious mind does is it is the place where you have the ability to accept or reject an idea. If something comes in and you like it and it's good, you can accept it. And sometimes you might think, hey, I don't agree with that, or I don't like that, and that idea is out of here. So this is the place you accept and reject ideas. And then the conscious mind is also the only place where you have the ability to create a new idea, to come up with something new. So that's what the conscious mind is. Now, the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is where all of our automatic life-sustaining functions happen. You don't have to stop and think, oh, breathe in, breathe out, or blink, blink, or pump heart, pump, or you don't have to think about any of that. All of those things are being done on a subconscious level that you don't have to think about. Your subconscious mind cannot accept or reject an idea. It can't say this is good or this is bad. The subconscious mind is also the center for your emotions. It's known as your heart or your spirit. So a lot of times when people are talking about your heart, this is actually your subconscious brain that has things going on. So the third part of you and the third part of your brain is your body. Now, this is where behaviors are exhibited. Your health conditions show up here in your body. How people respond to you is reflected in your body and body language and things like that. So your body has a very significant part to play in your mind as well. So James Allen says, the outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to his inner state. Men do not attract that which they want, but that which they are. So we're going to kind of help you understand how this statement is true and how we're related, this inner state and what we are, how related they are. So our results, the results that we get in our life are a reflection of the ideas that are deeply rooted in our subconscious mind. So when James Allen is talking about what we want versus what we are, our subconscious mind, whatever's going on in the subconscious mind, is actually what moves the body to take action, to get the results that you can see going on in your life right now. So just a quick recap. Your conscious mind is the thinking place. Your subconscious mind is the heart or the feeling place. And then your body is your action place, where you actually take action on something. And then the combination of the three are the results that you're going to get. So this slide right here was probably one of the most powerful things I ever learned, because the slide on the left, if you notice, it has no filter on there. This is your mind as a child. And before you were old enough to really understand and accept responsibility or to be accountable, you had no filter going on. So everything that came pouring in to your little head became part of your subconscious mind. This is a very, very powerful concept, because if you think about the things that, for me, I actually stopped and thought, oh my word, what did I say to my kids? What did I say to them when they were little? Was I programming them with positive things like they're beautiful and they're smart and they're kind and they're wonderful and they're happy and good? Or were we saying things like, you're a little brat, or you just don't know how to do this, or you're lazy, or you don't do anything right, or what programming was going on? And maybe for you as a child, what was your programming? Were you in a place where you experienced a lot of trauma? Was there a lot of fighting and arguing in your home? Was there things that, maybe it was something traumatic that a teacher or a kid or somebody else said? Maybe it was, you're fat, or you guys are poor, or you're ugly, or your hair doesn't look good, or, there's a number of things that could have come in, good and bad, that came in. But as a child, you couldn't filter. You couldn't say that's not true or that is true. You absorbed everything in, and on to the right, when that filter came in place, those things that you took in as a child became this program running in your subconscious mind. So again, the power in this for me is as you go back through your own life, or when you're helping others, which I help a lot of people through this thinking process. So many of our problems and our issues stem from childhood, or something someone said, or a concept, something we perceived. Maybe it wasn't the right way we perceived it, but some of these things that came in, and a lot of the things we're trying to resolve are things from our childhoods. So this is really kind of profound as you think about this, and as you ponder this through the rest of the presentation to help you get a picture for what's going on. So once you've got this concept in your subconscious mind, then by law, your body automatically moves you into a corresponding vibration. So whatever's going on in the subconscious mind moves your body to the very same concept in your subconscious mind. And this is kind of called the law of vibration, or the law of attraction. What this law means is that all things in the universe are in a state of vibration. There is nothing that is not moving or is of a molecular structure is moving on an energetic level. We control our vibration by controlling our thoughts. A feeling is nothing more than a conscious awareness of a particular vibration. Let me explain that one just a little bit. Have you ever walked into a room where you walk in, you haven't been there, but you walk in and all of a sudden you just know something's not right. Somebody's not happy, something's been going on. You're very aware that there's, something ain't jiving. And this is a feeling, and what it is actually you're just consciously aware that there's a vibration going on in this room. Something's coming on. So that's what feelings are. You're aware of somebody else's vibration or your own. And then the other thing with the law of attraction or vibration is that we attract or connect to people, situations, a particular lifestyle, and opportunities, but only those which are in harmony with our personal vibration. We repel everything else. So think about that as you, especially, where we're speaking specifically about doTERRA. Think about that a little bit. What attracted you? What connection did you have that brought you to this place, that puts you in line with this? And why do some people repel or not come into understanding what doTERRA is? So think about that as we go through this a little bit, because a lot of this does have to do with the law of attraction or vibration. And maybe it's not necessarily yours, but maybe it's theirs, that they're not on a level to accept or understand that their vibration might be a little out of sorts. But as you're going forward in your business, as you're becoming a leader and some of these things, think about what are you putting out there as far as the law of attraction or the vibration. Are you attracting and connecting to people? Are you attracting situations? Are you attracting the lifestyle you want? Are you attracting the opportunity you want? Because if you're not, then we need to make our personal vibration in harmony with what we want so that we're not repelling the very thing that we're seeking. And we're going to kind of go into this a little more so it'll make a little more sense. So what is your thought frequency? How do you know what that thought frequency is? What vibration are you putting out there? Well, take inventory of your life as it is. If your broadcast isn't as you want it to be, or if the results that you're seeing in your life right now are not what you want, then you've got to first change yourself. And this is because if you want a different broadcast, let's think about a radio station. This will be the best analogy. So if you imagine a radio station, you've got a radio in your room, right? And you're listening to some music and you want to listen to something different. Maybe this isn't on the same level. You're like, I'm not jiving. I don't have the right vibration with this music, and you want to change the music. Do you call the radio station and tell them you need to change your programming because, it's not lining up with me? Well, no, that's really silly. All you have to do is walk over and turn the dial. And when you change the dial, you pick up a different frequency and you pick up a different station with different music playing, right? So you get it to the level that you want. Well, you're the radio. You are the radio. You have the ability to change the frequency to pick up what it is that you want. So you're the one that does the tuning here. So the significant problems we face in this life cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. I'm going to read that again because you've probably heard it before, but I want this to sink in a little bit. The significant problems we face in life cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. And I apologize for my phone ringing. This is very interesting because a lot of people get in a cycle where they want to solve the problem. They want to get out of debt. They want to do something different. They want to lose weight, whatever it is. But they want to keep doing what they're doing and have everything change. Well, that doesn't happen. So if you look at this picture here, you can see this little guy down here. And he's got a problem. He's got this circle here, and he's got a couple of pieces that he's trying to get through here. He's trying to solve this problem. Well, the answer he's looking for is up here. It's up on a higher level. It's up on a different frequency. It's on a different wave. It's on a different plane. So the answer and the solution is there, but it's just not on the level that he's looking at or that he's participating in right now. So if he has a struggle that he's going through, he's got to do something different to be able to solve that problem. So you have to think at a different level in order to solve this. So there are thought frequencies. And as your awareness grows, you become more aware, that you want to change something, then your thoughts can be changed to a higher level and a higher frequency too. And then we see that the solutions that eluded us before and the solutions to every problem are out there. They're just on a different level. So you can see that the awareness, as you become aware, you can move this thought frequency. And there's some ways to do that. So there is a lot of things vibrating out there. As I said, there's a lot of vibration going on in the world. And we can't take everything in. We can only take in a part. However, everything we need is all around us. It's already there. The situations are there. The circumstances are there. The people are there. The solutions are there. This was so profound to me because those days when I just thought there was no help, there was no answer, there was no solution, all of a sudden I became aware there is. When I understood this concept that every problem we have already has a solution to it, then I realized I just had to tune in. If my solution is higher than me, I have to put myself on a higher place to grab that solution, to be able to solve that problem, to get that circle to put into my slot. That gave me more hope for anything in life, that no matter where I was at, the answer and the solution to my problem already existed. And I remember one day watching, we watched some of these survivor shows like Bear Grylls, and there was some show, I can't even remember what it was called. It wasn't Stranded. Oh my word, it was some reality show. And it would show people who, it showed people who had gotten lost in the desert or up on a snow mountain and were freezing, and how they found their way out of these situations. How when you think there's absolutely nothing around you to help you out of your situation, they found something that got them out of there was a solution around them that got them out of the situation for them to live. And crazy shows like that. But that also taught me that no matter where I'm at, no matter what happens, there is a solution for me, and there is a way, and there is some hope. So whether we're picking up on the solution obviously depends on our vibration. So what controls the vibration, right? Well, our vibration determines our results. So if we want to change our results, then we need to change our vibration, which is controlled by the ideas that are held in our subconscious mind. So how do you even know what's going on in your subconscious mind? Well, take a look around you. Take some inventory. Everything in your life right now is in harmony with what you are. That's kind of powerful. It's kind of a deep thought to think about. But on a subconscious level, you're at home. You're in a comfort zone. So maybe maybe you're overweight and you keep telling yourself you need to diet. But you try to take a little action, but nothing's changing. You keep getting these same results over and over. You're just not beating this X program that's running here in the subconscious mind. And so you keep taking, maybe you keep eating the cupcakes or whatever. Maybe this thought is, I'm broke. We don't have any money. We're poor. We can't pay our bills. And so you keep taking poor action. Maybe you keep spending it poorly, or buying things you don't need, or buying on credit, or whatever. And you keep getting these broke results. Maybe it's just some kind of a fear. Maybe it's a health condition. Maybe it's, I'm sick. And so your body is sick. Your body doesn't feel well. And then you keep getting these results that show that you're sick. So whatever is going on in the subconscious mind, we have got to do some work, because it's affecting our results. It's affecting what's going on. So here's another little description of this. So we have these 5 senses. These little antennae up here represent our 5 senses: sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. Now, when we have X results over here, it's because we're using these senses to take information in. So we're taking this information in, we're thinking about it on a subconscious level. Now, it may not be truth, but this is kind of the little cycle that we get ourselves into. So 2 factors determine the programs that are running in your subconscious mind: thoughts that are repeated often, and thoughts that are charged with emotion. Now, I might add to this, there are, again, subconscious things from childhood, but when those come in, again, a lot of times we keep repeating these thoughts and we keep getting emotional about them as well. So we kind of keep the cycle going, so to speak. So this, and I'm hoping that this will play for us. This is a video that I want to show you. So we're going to talk about neural pathways here for a second. This weekend, we were at the Truman Team Retreat, and Dr. Ken Huey came to talk to us, and he was talking to us about this very concept, about this thinking process. And he explained about neural pathways and how neural pathways are formed. And you have one side of a neural pathway and another side that are trying to link together. And the example he used was maybe you're trying to teach a child that the dog says woof. So the more you repeat woof, dog, woof, dog, woof, dog, woof, dog, these 2 ends, the woof being on one side and the dog being on the other, these 2 ends come together until they form a neural pathway, so that automatically now anytime you hear woof, you think of a dog. And he said once these bonds are formed, they're strong and they don't break. Now, interestingly enough, it says in this video, so we're gonna clarify this a little bit going in. When you watch this video, it says that as you hold on to a thought, it opens and closes. But they also say once you have repeated this thought for 30 to 40 days, then it is bonded and it remains a strong bond that doesn't break. And so Dr. Huey talked about the ways that we change this neural pathway. So I'm just going to pray that this plays for us. Oh man, it didn't play for me. Hang on. I am not sure how to play it either. Okay, I'm going to have to probably just share the link to this. But I'll just kind of show you here. As you can see, some of these little feelers that shoot out with these neural pathways that this shoots out, and then it takes something from over here, and then they attach. They send these little feelers out, and then these sides will attach. And there's billions of these things going on in your brain all of the time. So so again, back to Dr. Huey, he talks about how you change that neural pathway. So what do you think about often? What are you always thinking about over and over and over in your head? And how do you feel about your present circumstances? Because again, repetition and emotion, what you're thinking about repeatedly and how you feel about it creates the very results that we're talking about. So again, thoughts repeated often, thoughts charged with emotion determine the programs that form these neural pathways that will continue to control your results. So what do we got to do to get different results? There's a few things that we need to do. So first thing we need to do is a virus scan. So if you think about your brain like a computer, you got to do a virus scan and see what negative things are going on in there, right? What are the things that you see in your life you don't like? Do you want to get out of debt? Do you struggle with your health? Is there a circumstance with a relationship? Is there something going on in your business that's not jiving with you? Do you feel like your house needs to be more clean? Do you feel like you need to lose weight? There's a myriad of things going on. What is it going on in your life that you feel like needs to change or you need a change in? Do a scan and just see what the results are. Just take an inventory, see what's going on, what are the results I'm getting. And then we need to quarantine the bad programming. We need to say, okay, these are the bad programs that are running. I've got to get rid of them. I've got to quarantine these so that we don't have them anymore. So one of the ways you can do this, there's a couple ways to quarantine, but the first one is just to reject the idea. Refuse to get emotionally charged about something negative. No matter what it is, just think, I'm not going to get emotional about this. It is what it is. It's like a bill. It's like a piece of paper. I'm going to choose. I'm not going to get emotional about this. I'm not going to get upset. And start taking control of the ideas that are coming in. And then the second thing you can do is assign positive meaning to your data and then get emotionally charged about that. So you can take something that could be a negative and change it around. So maybe something frustrating happens. And instead of getting all emotional, upset, and they did this and they said that, and they said, no, you know, we kind of get all wound up. Maybe you can say, okay, this is a situation. There's something I need to learn from this. There's something that I need to grow from, something that I need to change. There's something that's going to help me. So that's assigning a positive meaning to something coming in versus getting all angry and worked up and riled up about it. So there's your two ways to change this. So if you do that, if you assign a positive meaning, then the positive idea is going to be received into your subconscious mind versus the negative, right? Which is what we want to do. When that happens, then, and by law, this is a given, when you bring in something positive into your subconscious mind, then it automatically moves your body into a positive situation so that you take a positive action and then you get positive results. For me, this usually means don't say that, don't say that, don't say that, say something nice, say something nice. And when I stop and I think about it and I choose a positive approach, how can I make this Christ-like? For me, I choose to, I think in Christ terms, how can I be kind? How can I be loving? Anybody that was at Leadership Retreat and learned about critical conversations, where's your heart coming from, right? How can I make this, you know, you can hold your ground, but you can be very kind. So how can I choose to be kind? When I choose to be positive, I take positive action and then I get positive results. I can turn something negative into something good, usually. So the third way that we're going to get different results is to upload a new program. Now, remember, one of the ways we create these neural pathways is through repetition and emotion. So obviously, if we want to rewrite the program, we're going to upload it with repetition and emotion. Now, the interesting thing about this, as Dr. Huey explained, so he told us that once these neural pathways are bonded, that they never break. So the only way you can change a neural pathway is to upload a new program and rewrite it. And he said you can do it through affirmations and thinking, but you have to take action. He said you have to fake it until you make it. You have to repeatedly do this for days. And once you figure it out, once you're doing it physically and you're emotionally, your emotions change about this. He says, then you rewrite that neural pathway until it becomes stronger and better than it was before. So there's hope for changing these neural pathways. Now, this is, physical science from a PhD that just really supported exactly what we're talking about here. So one of the best ways to upload this new program, to get the new idea, to get emotional about it as well, is to create a new idea. Let's get a new concept, something new, something exciting. This is a new idea, is a goal. It's a dream. It's something out there. Many of your leaders are probably talking about your why. Interestingly enough, I have a why here. But why do you want to do this? And they'll tell you, get excited about it, get emotional about it. Picture the entire thing, see it, smell it, taste it, touch it. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? If you want to go to Cancun with those leaders, what are you seeing in your mind? What are you smelling? What are you touching? What are you tasting? When you get this new idea, then you're uploading a new program. You're getting a new concept to help yourself move. Well, you accept this in your conscious mind. It all begins with a dream or a goal. You start this dreaming, you start this thinking, and your conscious mind goes, I like this, I'm going to accept this. This is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I want to do. Fall in love with the idea. Feel the emotion. You expect to feel as if it was already true. I'm going to say this again because this is the key that most people miss. You need to feel your goal and your dream as if it was already true. If you want to be a diamond, or you want to be a blue diamond, or a presidential diamond, or a double or a triple, or whatever you want to be, you need to feel that. What does that feel like? What are you seeing in your head? What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Does it mean everybody's throwing confetti at you at the gala? Does it mean you're on a stage teaching people? Does it mean you've got this income in your bank? Does it mean you're doing humanitarian work? What does it feel like? Does it mean that your husband is quitting his job? What does this feel like? And feel it as if it's already there. You need to believe that this has already happened, because that is the key. That is the key for change. So there's scientific evidence. Remember, I just mentioned Dr. Huey, that states it takes 30 to 40 days for the brain to form a new neural pathway or a new way of thinking and gathering information. So you need to keep the positive information coming for a minimum of 30 to 40 uninterrupted days. So if you start and you quit, and you start and you quit, and you start and you quit, it's not going to happen. You have got to be consistent, and you have to keep working at it consistently. You need to see the dream, feel the dream, whatever it is. And here's some ways you can do that. You can journal. You can meditate. You can write the affirmations and say this vocally with emotion. Get emotional. Don't just read, I am happy today. I am a blue diamond. You need to, I'm a blue diamond. I teach all over the world. You get emotional about it. If you're going to have an affirmation, get emotional about it. Feel what it is. You could create a little video, like a mind movie of what you want. You can put up a vision board. If you just put up a vision board and you don't look at it and you don't feel it and you don't see it, it's really not going to do you any good. One of my favorite ways is called a life vision, where you actually write it all down in your areas with a very positive twist on it, and then you record it in your own voice with a Baroque music in the background, because the Baroque music actually, the timing of the Baroque music actually helps you form a neural pathway quicker. So that's one of the things that it does. Pardon me for just 1 second. My phone keeps ringing. And I will take care of this really quickly. Okay, sorry about that. It keeps ringing. I'm trying to close it off. So live vision is one of my favorite ways. So once you get this all written out, once you get it recorded, you have the Baroque music in the background. You listen to that every day. Now, Ann Webb has a live vision course. I'm one of her certified teachers. This is powerful. This is powerful stuff because you've got different areas in your life and you're just listening to something until it's creating this new neural pathway. It's repeated often, and all of these great things are going on. This is a great way to rewrite a neural pathway and to change the thinking process so that your subconscious mind is taking it in. So your subconscious mind cannot distinguish the difference between an experience that is imagined and one that is actually true. Now, that can be a good thing, but it can also be a frightening thing, because if you've ever watched a movie, then you're going to know that if you're watching that movie and your heart starts pumping and we watched Walk the Line or whatever it was the other day, and this guy's on a building and doing tightrope walking, and I'm telling you, I was just like in a panic. My toes were curling. That's your subconscious mind at work. And your subconscious mind can't distinguish the difference if it's real or not. So if that's the case, why not tell your subconscious mind what you really want and imagine it as if it's really true, and get that picture in your head, create that movie in your head, because your subconscious mind doesn't know whether it's real or whether it isn't. This is kind of the fake it till you make it thing again. So create that picture, get that in your head. So for us to have this new idea, it's basically faith. That's exactly what this is. You're believing in something you can't see. You've got this dream, you've got this goal, you can't see it yet, it's not happening yet, but you're believing in something that you can't see. And for faith to work, for this belief to work and to be effective, it has to take place in the subconscious mind. It has to be the subconscious mind where this takes place. Now, I have a scripture over here that I love, because this was the other thing that taught me. Remember, I said you have to believe that you're going to receive this. And the scriptures tell us, this is a place that I like to learn from, and it says that when there's something that you want, there's something that you desire, when you ask, when you knock, when you pray, whatever it is you're doing, you have to believe that you are receiving it. If you don't believe that you're going to receive this, it's not in your subconscious. You're not going to get it. But if you believe you're going to get it, you're going to get it. If you believe it, you will receive this. And so one of my favorite things to do is just to, and I do this when I pray. Some people may, just talk to their higher power, meditation, ask the universe, whatever you do. But I express gratitude. I just say, thank you. Thank you that I'm a diamond by this day. Thank you that these people are coming to me. I have a little routine that I go through that I express gratitude for what I don't have as if I have it. And it's amazing what happens when you do that. So by law, the new idea that you have is firmly established in your heart or in your subconscious and must manifest itself as an altered vibration in your body. What that means is when you believe you're a diamond, when you believe you're a blue diamond, when you believe you're a presidential diamond, when you believe have a loving relationship, when you believe you're thin, when you believe you're healthy, whatever it is you've got going on, when you believe that, your body, by law, will start taking action on that. You will start exercising. You will start eating better. You will start treating people better. You will start serving, taking action to build relationship. Whatever it is, you'll start generating income. You'll be holding classes. When that subconscious shifts, your body takes action. It's a really, really cool thing. So by law, this new vibration causes you to resonate with or recognize your new opportunities. If you take action, your corresponding Y results become predictable. So let me explain that just a smidgen. That when you take action on this, and you recognize new opportunities, how many people, you know this opportunity with doTERRA, how many people don't accept this opportunity? and you know what's in front of them. And it could be a friend that you know needs the income or needs the oils for their health. How many people are not taking the opportunity? And now you know why. Because on a subconscious level, they're not prepared to receive it. They haven't got this why idea. Now, some of them are going to get it. And so this is again a really cool concept to help you understand not only people you're going to be working with, but to understand yourself. But now you know why people tell you to dream big. Dream big. You can dream bigger than what you are. You can dream bigger than what you've got right now, because this is going to become predictable if you're taking action based on your subconscious mind. So this is a quote from my friend Leslie Householder, who is the author of The Jackrabbit Factor. She trained with Bob Proctor, who is one of the guys in the movie The Secret. And she went up and visited with him, and he had presented this little stickman presentation. And she said, I'm just thinking all the time. And he said to her, you're not thinking. Your mind is busy, but you're not thinking. Well, initially she was, kind of a little offended by that. But then she realized when he explained it, he said, this is busyness. Busyness is when you're taking in, again, with your antenna up here, you're looking at all of the things around you. You're thinking about it on here. You're thinking it on a subconscious level. You're taking broke actions, whatever it is, and you're getting broke results. And then you get broke results, and then you go, see, I told you I was broke, And he says, this is what you're doing. But this is thinking. Thinking is creating a new idea. Thinking is getting a dream, getting a goal, changing something. Thinking, busyness is much different than thinking. Thinking is dreaming. So have you ever tried to behave contrary to the well-established ideas in your subconscious mind, like getting out of debt or going on a diet or whatever it is? Yeah, it's not very easy because we get in this bondage cycle, which I was just mentioning. So here's an example. I am broke. So broke means that they're taking broke actions, which means they turn opportunities down. They're going to spend for comfort. I'll do this when my circumstances change, when the weather's better, when it's not so far, when. We come up with excuses. We turn down opportunities. This is why I said people will turn down doTERRA because they've got this subconscious programming that's running. So I'm broke means you're going to take broke actions, which means you're going to get broke results. And then you're going to take all your little sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, and you're going to say, see, I am really broke. And your conscious mind's going to tell you that, which means then you're going to keep reprogramming it because it's going to be repetition and emotion. You're going to repeatedly see this, and you're repeatedly going to get emotional about it because you're going to get frustrated and angry and fear, and all of those things are coming, and those are very strong, powerful emotions. So how do we get to freedom? We change the thought. I have abundance. I have abundance. I am abundant. And you take abundant actions. And then you get abundant results. So how do we do that? Well, be grateful for now, right now, for all that you have. And think about all that you have that you can look forward to enjoying. Again, get the bigger picture so that you can see what's going on. Because the universe is abundant. That is the truth. The truth is that there's plenty out there for everybody. And we have abundance. So gratitude is the quickest way that you can change a vibration. This is the fastest way to change what's going on in your life. Remember in the beginning, the picture of the little guy who had a problem and his problem was on a higher level? When you want to get yourself to a higher level and a higher vibration and a higher frequency, express gratitude. Start being grateful. You've heard that in your books. You've heard it in your seminars. You hear it from everybody. Gratitude is the quickest way to change your vibration and to move yourself to a level to pick up the solutions and the answers that exist to your problems. So, again, if you express it as if you've already received it. So here's the example of what I do. I mentioned this before. I'm so excited to be and grateful to be a diamond by blank date. I am so grateful that people who love and use the product come to me easily and sign up quickly. I am grateful these people order at least 125 PV, educate themselves, share with others, and build. I am grateful for the friendships I've developed, the financial freedom, the trips to do humanitarian work, and to make a difference in the world. Now, have I done all this? No. But do I believe that this is what I can have? You bet I do. And when I tell God or Heavenly Father how grateful I am that this is mine, you can bet it comes to me. And I tested this principle and it works. It really works. They do come, and they do come to you very easily and very quickly. And you can have builders and people that order, and you can have this financial freedom. It's really true. So to claim this freedom, recognize the opportunities which will help you reach your goal and take effective action. Faith is powerless without action. Again, you can believe, you can write your goals down, but if you don't take action, something's wrong. Now, I'm going to get to the really fun part of this, because this is something that trips most people up. So this is the terror barrier. So we're going to teach you to recognize it, understand it, know what to do about it, and gain the proper awareness so that it empowers you to push through it to a higher level of thinking. So let's go back to the very beginning. Here we are in our comfort zone. We've got an X program running in our subconscious mind. Our body's got this X vibration, and we're taking X action on it. But all of a sudden, this new idea comes along. We got this new idea. Hey, I'm going to do doTERRA. Hey, I'm going to do doTERRA as a business. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's, I want to be financially free. Maybe it's, I'm going to, be a size 6. I don't know what it is. Whatever your new idea is. So you've got faith. You believe. Your subconscious mind says, this is a great idea. I like it. I believe that we can do this. And you start working on it. You start saying the affirmations. You start thinking about it. So pretty soon your subconscious mind now you're starting to push this into the subconscious mind. Once your subconscious mind accepts this as an idea, then something very interesting happens right here. So this is where it starts moving into the body. Now, an interesting thing happens when you get into the body, because now you've got two different conflicting things coming into this physical body, and you've got to make a choice. You've got to choose one, or you got to choose the other. So when your body starts to move into one of these, something happens. We get anxiety, we get fear, and we get dis-ease. So when you pray for something and you get an answer, it comes from a different frequency, but it gives you the why concept, right? So you've got this idea, you've prayed about it, you know this is what you want to do. So then what happens? Well, the fear and anxiety is not because your answer was wrong. Now that happens to a lot of people. You get this idea and maybe it's just doing doTERRA. I know this is the right thing to do, but now all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, this is going wrong and this is going wrong and I don't know what to do. And maybe it wasn't the right thing and I can't do this anymore. And I have to teach a class and I can't teach a class. And anxiety starting to take over and fear starting to take over. And you're starting to get physically sick, right? Because all of this programming is going on. Well, all that means is that your new idea is starting to take root in your subconscious mind. And you are at a place where you have the ability to choose something new. So this new idea has made it down into your body, which means you're only one step away from your results. This is not the ability to overcome the fear of something stupid, but it's when you've had a prompting and you know you've been inspired with this answer and you've had this dream and you've had this goal that's going to elevate your life, it's going to enlarge your soul, it's going to help you become a better person. And now all of a sudden, things are going to change and you're starting to feel the anxiety and the fear build up. And this is what's called the terror barrier. But I've also got a friend who calls it the gateway, and actually it's both. On this side, it's the terror barrier. You're feeling panic, you're not sure what to do, but it's usually at the point you have to take action. Your body has to move at this point. It has to take one action or the other. And this is when people get locked up. And some people go back to their comfort zone. they can't handle it. One step away from greatness and they can't handle it and they go back to their comfort zone. But Oliver Wendell Holmes said, man's mind once stretched by a new idea never regains its original dimensions. Once you've had that idea in your head, it will nag at you for the rest of your life if you don't choose it. You will always say, what if? But what if you take action on it? What if you take action on your new idea? What if you teach that class? What if you break through on that diet? What if you do go exercise? What if you do it? If you take action in spite of your anxiety, that's when the gateway happens. Because that's when you take the Y results. So this is when the big things happen. This is when you have freedom. This is when you have growth. And this is when you become who you're meant to become. The interesting thing is that when you look back, you will see that it was really simple and it was all an illusion. That conflict was just an illusion. People may look at you and think, well, I can do that too, but it's not what you did that's going to make you successful. It's what you felt that was right for you. You know, a lot of people think that you have to do and repeat and do the same actions as somebody else, but you don't. You have to choose your course. You have to do this the way you want to do it. You build this business for what's right for you. You can look to your leaders for advice and guidance, but you do this the way you want to do it, the way you're inspired to do it. You're going to be given the solution. You're going to be given the answer for you personally. We talked about that already. Now, it's going to cause some fear. Anytime you are about to break out of something old, it's definitely going to feel different. And that happens to all of us. But we all know that growth and becoming who we're meant to become and that freedom is on the other side. This is my most favorite quote by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us the most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and famous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that's within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in all of us. And when we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. You will find that as you break through your terror barriers and you get through that gateway, you're going to liberate others, people on your team, to do the same thing because they saw you do it. So what do you want? Write it down. Your results will be a reflection of the ideas to which you give the strongest emotion. Do you fear or hate being broke more than you love abundance? The emotion is key here, because when you fear or hate something, your subconscious mind is going to play on that. But if you love abundance more than you fear or hate being broke, then you will be abundant versus being broke. And whatever you give the strongest emotion to creates a really strong neurological pathway. Do you fear or hate sickness more than you love good health? That's what I'm dealing with right now. I am embracing good health and loving that I am in good health versus fear over being sick. If you can achieve it, conceive it, if you can conceive it by law, you can achieve it. So don't filter it out, fall in love with your idea. When the lights finally go on, you will experience a degree of power and control over your life that you didn't realize was even possible to have. No matter what has happened in your life, it can all be changed with one thought. That was the quote that made all the difference for me years ago, that I knew that one thought could change everything. And if that one thought is a positive, good, grateful thought, a thought of love, it will be enough to change everything in your life. So let's just wrap this up. Your subconscious mind controls your results. You can change your subconscious programming through repetition and proper use of emotion, love versus fear or hate. Significant changes require passage through the terror barrier. Understanding the terror barrier can help you take action by assigning a positive meaning to your anxiety. Once you're at that terror barrier, instead of when you start feeling anxious, like now when I start feeling that, or I start feeling like everything's falling apart and why is everything going bad, I stop and I think something big is coming next. Something big is coming next. It means I'm at my terror barriers. It means I'm at the gateway. And if I just push through and take action, all of the big things are going to open up. Results become more predictable and desire, so imagine what you can do with your life. And with that, I am grateful for this opportunity. I'll leave that screen up. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share. I hope that there's something valuable that you've been able to enjoy from this. Again, my name's Denise Webster, and excited to be a part of doTERRA. Thanks, and bye.